cuenta, pues este panorama tan difícil en el que estamos hoy.
First, you have to be so proud of this moment, of this peace agreement. And second, don't lose the hope and the belief that you can implement it and you can fix any shortages inside it. And who can do that? Of course, as I said before, people of Colombia. All people of Colombia, especially young people, which is I trust that they can do a very big difference and they can create a very big change. I know now the threat that is facing the peaceful agreement in Colombia is not far from the threats and danger that face peace and democracy everywhere, and even in the what called democratic nations. So now there is hatred speech, there is polarization around the world, there is increase of wars and conflict, there is embrace of violence and armed conflict, there is withdrawal from global order. So there is withdrawal from global accountability institutions and from human rights in general. So there is a very big challenge that faces all humanity, and Colombia is one of that. So what do we have to make now is, now we have to believe on ourselves and we have to support those voices. So we have to support women, youth, young people, NGOs to spread awareness inside communities, to refuse this hatred speech, to refuse this polarization, and to refuse the embrace of violence and the calling for wars. This is very important, grassroots awareness from within the society. And from, also armed group, for example, who become a political party, who transform to political party, or who withdraw their weapons. They did a great victory, a great symbolism of peace, and they have to keep inspiration for other armed groups in conflict areas, and also they have to become a model. When they enter to politics, they have to stay clean, and they have to raise the voice of people. They have to raise the voice for all people in the country. They have to be against corruption, and they have to raise the voice of accountability, and they have to point who is the one who behind, the collapse of the agreement. So they have to be brave. Entering the politics field doesn't mean to shut up, or to be silent, or to cover the truth. As you raise weapons, when you wear armed groups, you have to raise words in front of the corrupt people. That is very, and don't be one of them. That's very, very, very important. Now, it's a battle. It's a great battle, and we have to unite ourselves. People, NGOs, even governments who believe in democracy, freedom, and peace. Now the dictators are becoming together. Fascists are becoming together. Trumpism are becoming, movements are becoming together. So what we need to believe in ourselves. We need to believe in youth. I need youth, young people here in this hall, in this conference, and everyone who listen to me. That you can create the change. It is not the moment just to complain. It's the moment to change, and you can do it. By your social media platforms, by your social act, by your movements, inside also the areas that suffer from. So I am optimistic. What I'm doing here is just telling what is happening, but I am optimistic of the future, especially that led by the young people in every field and every where. Thank you.
Gracias. Bueno,
And I want to end with the message, with the final word, and I'm not expertise in Colombian affairs, but I know a lot. I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong when I say something that I will say. Maybe I'm right. So I read the total piece of President Petro, and I think it's a good basement that people should build on it. And I hope government, regardless who will win the elections, and people, they continue. So we have the peace agreement, and we have the total peace, proposal. I hope that it's good for me. It's good. I don't know for the people of Colombia, but I think it's a good, and or other initiatives that will continue. And here I want to thank President Petro on his position on supporting Palestinian people, and on his supporting people in Arab world. And I here also to thank Colombian people, not just Petro, President Petro, but Colombian people who raised their voice very loudly against the war and occupation in Palestine and the genocide there. We need to be one voice for people who suffer and who fight for freedom, for justice, for accountability, for rule of law, and for democracy. Thank you, Colombian people. Muchas gracias. I love you so much.